Ms. Secretary, let me start with a question for you. Thank you for coming to Fort Riley in the 1st Infantry Division recently. It was an honor to host you out there and spend a little bit of time with you and your team and with the men and women in America's fighting force on the ground. We had a handful of topics that very much appreciated your reaction to on the ground. Just wanted to explore a couple of them today. I know we had a chance to visit on the chilly day the loading facility, the DERF, and it is very dark and it is very muddy when they're loading those tracked vehicles. Sometimes that can be fixed with a relatively small investment that frankly may pay itself back in a couple of deployments if you don't have to pay the fines to the shippers and to the railroads and to the Europeans when stuff gets over there muddy. And I know, at least my impression was that you certainly agreed with that and that this is going to happen at some point. I would like to help the Army pull it forward as far as we can. Is that something that you can assure us will be in the 28th submission?
We will definitely follow up with your office, Senator, but we were with, down at Bragg yesterday, Department of Transportation, and there are some grants for exactly like what we are talking about. And so we as an Army are currently putting together a plan to see if we can go after a different pot of cash to be able to move even quicker in this budget cycle.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and whatever we can do to help, we will do. If it means standing on the street corner and talking to passersby, we'd really like to get that done. I thank you for that. Another item we discussed while out there, you know, they've made very creative use at Fort Riley of intergovernmental support agreements, IGSAs, with local school districts. It's a way of moving rapidly and more cost-effectively on certain projects, especially renovations. I wondered if you had any thoughts on how we might, well, whether that's a good idea. I think it is, and if so, any ways we might encourage or enable more usage of that where you have willing participants, and it makes sense.
That was one of the most powerful features of that visit, and I've continued to tell it everywhere we went. 2 days ago down in North Carolina, we were with the University of North Carolina's school system just talking about exactly how effective and efficient it was for the American taxpayer. And so we are trying to expand that to other states actively, and I'm incredibly grateful for you highlighting it on the visit.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it very much. And you mentioned the Corps earlier. Thank you for your work to reform some outdated processes, good men and women trying to do their jobs with a bureaucracy on top of them. And that's a terrific thing. Also, alternate methods like this may be good. So if we can help not just spread the word, but improve the tool, we would love to do that.